It is a sad day, my friends, when I have to agree with liberal Bill Maher. In today's episode, Bill Maher has Neil deGrasse Tyson on. You know, that black scientist that we always see. I think he talks about planets. Who the heck knows? Anyways, he tries to say that gender is on a spectrum and whatever. Bill Maher, who's a liberal, literally destroys this extra liberal, extra progressive, woke, hard R word that I cannot say. Not the word that ends in R, the one that starts in R, but I can't say it on YouTube. Anyways, it's a good one, guys, okay? It might get you mad. These people are stupid, okay? Thanks so much for being patient with me posting not as much right now on my YouTube channel. I'm in the process of moving. I was sick. It's a whole lot going on right now, but bear with me. Excited to bring you this new video. As always, like this video, subscribe, and we'll get right into it.
Is it better thinking? Is it better thinking? I know you think that, like, you had a thing with Martina Navratilova.
What do you mean I have nothing? What do you mean?
A beef. Well, she has beef with you.
Why did she have a beef with me?
Because you think, like, guys with dicks should get in the women's swimming pool, basically.
Oh, no. Well, whatever got clipped and reposted, I don't know. But what I said was that in this emergent space where you have people expressing themselves on a gender spectrum, and you want to now compete in sports, that's still a frontier to be solved. And I don't have the answer, but I can suggest one, whether or not it'll work. Maybe we don't compete by gender anymore. We compete on hormone ratios, okay? There was a woman who had uncommonly high testosterone levels, and they wanted to...
But she's still a woman, right? But she's a woman? This guy calls himself a scientist? Come on.
Disqualify her because of how manly she was when she was born a woman and competing as a woman. So that's how we're going to do it.
You know, this is
what you really want. Wait, Bill, no, I've thought this through more than you might think I have.
Oh.
So what you really want is an interesting contest between people who are similarly talented. The least interesting Super Bowl you could ever watch is a blowout by halftime.
See, what we agree on is that there are anomalies in human nature, whereas,
yes.
You know, the vast majority of people, I'm sorry, are still male or female. And certainly every cell in our body is dictating one of those other sexes. I mean, obviously...
Well, the hormones are. Yeah.
Obviously also I make sperm and other people make eggs.
That's what hormones do. Yeah.
You can't deny that. Okay. So but we, as liberals, I think, agree that, you know, there are anomalies in nature and they should be respected and protected. But this attempt to reorganize all of society around what a very tiny percentage, who, again, we can protect and respect without pretending that every baby is a jump ball, like penis. What the fuck? I don't know. That doesn't mean anything. We have no idea what this child is. I mean, that seems to be where you want to go. I mean, like, how many people fit this description that we should reorganize sports around? We have men's sports and women's sports. And if the best team in the WNBA played the worst team in the NBA, the score would be 1,000,000-0. Can we organize society around that basic point with this, of course, proviso that we protect and respect people who do not fit into it?
Let's segregate society between dark-skinned people and light-skinned people.
How is he... Oh my gosh, this guy's literally equating separating sports by gender to separating people by race. You gotta be kidding me. First of all, men are so much more different than women, than black people are to white people, and there's still even differences. But in terms of genetic makeup, physical makeup, the differences are insane, and obviously the average man would always beat an average woman. Let's be for real. And no, just because there's a abnormally strong woman who could beat up a really skinny, wimpy little soy boy doesn't mean that women are the same as men. And this guy dares to call himself a scientist? Gosh. Ew. 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 Hate him. Hate him.
Nature made it that way, and that's how it is. So
nature did make it that way. And it's not segregating.
Well, there was a time
segregating anything.
That attitude 150 years ago was
2 years ago. You act like this was yes, right. Lincoln. This was a big issue in the Lincoln-Douglas debates. Trans people. That's right.
No, I'm talking about black,
remember
white.
that from
I'm talking about
1861. Yes, I remember those debates.
It was 1860.
Lincoln was all about getting trans. Oh, for fuck's sake. You're ridiculous.
No. So here it is.
He is.
All I'm saying is that, how about this? I'm looking at schools in Manhattan. And there's a school there, and there's built in the 20s and 30s. And there's a doorway that says boys and a separate doorway on the other side of school that says girls. And I'm thinking,
God.
Why are we doing this?
Because people...
What? Yeah. Why are we doing this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe because as a girl, I don't want a guy going into my bathroom. I want to be able to use the bathroom in peace. Maybe because men, some of them are creepy and could prey on girls in the bathroom. Yeah. Ew. Why does anyone take him seriously? Why is this guy so famous? But wait, of course, liberal Hollywood is going to prop a guy like this up and call him a scientist. Of course. What more would I expect here?
People are mostly boys and girls.
But why split them entering a school building?
Because they pee differently? Jesus Christ, I have to explain this?
No, because you know what I thought when I saw that? It's colored fountain over here, white fountain over here. That's what I thought when I saw that.
Well, that's not the same thing.
Well, it's not exactly the same thing, but that's what I thought. It's not exactly, I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
But this is what I always say about these kind of issues. There's two ways that you can be benighted about something. One, you can be too far from it.
Yeah.
I would be too far from certain issues, racial issues, of course. How could I ever know?
Right.
You can also be lost sort of thinking-wise, as I am, because I'm too far from it, if you're too close to it.
Yes.
You
miss the elephant.
Well, you miss the elephant. It's the fly on the Mona Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fly wants to be on the Mona Lisa, I don't know, and I can't even appreciate art, but okay, you get my point. And so, I think when you see that, I totally understand why a man of your age does, but I don't think it's accurate.
So I used to wrestle, high school and college, okay? It's relevant to this conversation, believe it or not. So I was captain of my high school team, undefeated, although...
Wow.
But it was in New York. The real wrestlers are in Iowa, and Oklahoma.
Oh, I'm sure there's some wrestlers.
There's some, but if you really balance it out, it's not.
New York has no tough guys?
We got tough guys, but they'll shoot you or punch you in the face. They're not wrestling with wrestling moves. But anyhow, what you want is a match that's interesting to observe, not where one person dominates the other. In wrestling, they know this. There are 10 weight categories. In high school, I was 190 pounds. That was 50 pounds ago or more. I was 190 pounds. Very good incentive.
Yeah, you probably need to lose some weight, guy, because you're fat. Yeah, you're an obese whale. Yeah, lose some weight, bucko.
To stay there, because if I were 1 pound over it, the next category was unlimited. So I was there at 190 pounds. I'm not wrestling someone 127. No. They find somebody else at 127 and wrestle 127. That makes the match more interesting for the viewer. So if we can split wrestling into 10 categories, and that becomes the wrestling match.
But all men against each other.
Correct. So,
a key fact, a key thing to keep in mind there, buddy.
Now, I get
sort
that.
of key point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so all I'm saying is, what is it that makes the man the man? Is it the hormones? Okay. Is it, if it's the hormones, and you decide to give yourself a different cocktail of hormones, I'm making this up, by the way. I'm not saying it should happen this way. It's a way to start thinking about it.
It would be...
Maybe the track meets have hormone categories.
And maybe giving yourself the wrong hormones is deleterious to your health. Would you not admit that? Do you think we can just safely do things like this?
So you feel this way because you're so deeply concerned about the health of the people who are trying to find their place on the gender spectrum? You care about their health so much that you don't want them to go through that?
It's not something that keeps me up at night, but when the subject comes up, I care about them like I care about all people. So if there is something...
You do, by the way. You think about all people.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Oh, okay. You're being
sincere. Think about all people. No, I'm being sincere.
Yeah, I do. Yes. Yeah. Old school liberal.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want all people to have, make this very challenging world that we live in better. So that's why there's honest debate about this issue. And
All right, all right. I just can't believe this guy, Neil Tyson, deGrasse Tyson, whatever, calls himself a scientist. I mean, what a joke to actual scientists. This is why I don't like science. F the science. I follow science, but that's why I hate modern day science, because it's all lies and backs up what the woke liberals want to push in the globalists. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you guys next time. Bye.